What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave, and we are live right here, right now, with your wrestling warm-up for NXT. Let's get copious, shall we? I hope you guys are having a good evening tonight. It is 1 o'clock in the morning here in Germany, and we are rocking and rolling. We are getting ready to watch NXT, and you know me, man. You know what I say. You got to be properly warmed up, you gotta be limber, you gotta be ready. You'll pull something, and Dead on Dave doesn't want any of you guys to pull anything. That's not cool. It's nicht bueno. But that's yeah, it was a hell of an intro. That's called the old tap dancing intro. Trying to figure out exactly what I should do. Thank you guys for joining me. Really do appreciate it. Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm getting some compliments of how pretty I am. Look at that. That's amazing. Bear, you sure do look pretty today. Oh, thank you. Hi. Oh. Sniffle. Big shout out to everybody in chat. Bear, Joseph Blunt, Terry, Snow Queen. Thank you guys for joining me. Greatly appreciate it. And let's jump right into it, man, because once again, it's very bad. Once again, the injury bug has reared its ugly head in the WWE. We got a scare from the other night that turned out to be nothing. And then we got a possible real injury that happened just a little while ago. Let's get to the scare. Let's get to AJ Styles. I think most people have heard it by now. This is a spoiler off of Smackdown. So if you don't want to be spoiled, then earmuffs. Go away. I don't give a shit. But here it is. AJ Styles, unfortunately, there was a bunch of rigmarole. Everybody was saying that he got hurt at the hands of Alberto Del Rio at the Smackdown tapings. Apparently, he was dropped on his head. It looked very bad. They followed it up with a roll-up, a quick victory for AJ, and then he kind of went up the ramp holding his neck weird. Apparently, though, all of that was just selling. He's fine. Andre Corbiel, who was in the chat a little bit earlier, says that he personally talked to AJ Styles, which I know he has a relationship with him, so I know he's not bullshitting at all. He talked to him, and AJ is fine. But also, there's social media stuff that is already out there where he kind of confirmed it. A guy in, I believe, Abu Dhabi wrote to him and said, "Look, I don't want to be a dick or anything, AJ, but I spent half my month's pay to come see WWE just for you. So are you okay?" And AJ wrote back, "I'm fine. I'll be there ready to rock and roll." So AJ seems to be 100% fine. He's not hurt. I don't think he's going to be missing any time. All those rumors seem to be to bed. He's going to be fine. I want to jump back to that in a moment, but let's talk about the other situation that just happened at a live event in Italy today. Bray Wyatt, and this is courtesy of Mark Middleton over at WrestlingInc.com. Bray Wyatt apparently suffered a ankle or foot injury during the main event of tonight's WWE live event in Milan. Injury against WWE World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns. Let me get a drink of the coffee. A reader, Danny D, sent the following account of what happened. He goes, I was live in Milan for the match, and it looked very bad. Wyatt looked like he wanted to continue, but absolutely could not. The look on his face indicated a lot of pain. The injury happened when Reigns and Wyatt were fighting in the corner and went to break. Wyatt backed off and just slipped wrong, went down. It was clear he was hurt. It was just a freak injury. No one to blame. Medics ran down and were tending to him, but didn't spend a lot of time before helping him to the back. Reigns clearly looked lost, and they went to an all-against-one match to finish. Wow. That's a scary one. When it's a non-contact injury, where there's no clear trip or anything like that, and the guy just goes down. Those are the scary ones, man. Those are the ones that make you nervous, because that's a blown out ACL. That's usually when it's a non-contact injury and you just slip. Those are ligaments, almost 100%. I've had it happen to me. You've seen it some very high caliber athletes. This is speculation. We don't know anything, but I hope he's okay. I'm not hearing any other reports quite yet. I'm not reading anything. I'm keeping my nose to the grindstone, my ear to the grindstone, whatever goes to the grindstone. my shit's against it right now, and I'm trying to find out for you guys. And if I see anything else out there, I will let you know as soon as I know. So it's pretty crazy. I hope it's not. Man, I hope he's okay, because he just came back from, what everybody assumed was just an absolute burial at the hands of John Cena and The Rock, which turned out to be not a burial, but a rub, apparently, which seemed to have worked because people want to embrace Bray Wyatt. We're looking for WWE to give us reasons to love Bray Wyatt, to accept him, to have him be our guy. And it seems like, based off of Monday, that those things are starting to happen. So an injury right now would be absolutely devastating. The last thing you want to see, and I really do hope he's okay, because, man, just tough luck, bad timing. But these are the things, man. I mean, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, these are the things that go to longevity in careers. And it's the guys who get a little bit lucky and take advantage of the time that they have and are able to stay away from those injury bugs and all that stuff. They're the guys who go on to the legendary careers. And look, there are some guys who suffered through injuries and, still had legendary careers. I'm not saying that the book is written on Bray Wyatt. He's too goddamn young. Of course not. But you don't want to see these type of, it's just like, what could possibly go wrong next for Bray Wyatt? It's like, my God, everything that could possibly go wrong. It's like a Lemony Snicket novel. Jesus Christ. A series of unfortunate events. Jesus Christ. It's unbelievably sad. I mean, Bray Wyatt has shown at times just how damn talented he is. So we hope for the best for Bray, and hopefully everything's going to work out. Joseph Blunt, thank God it's not a Sid Vicious situation. I still can't watch that clip where Sid breaks where his leg folds like a lawn chair. Can't watch it. It's awful. It's awful. Sleeping Angels in the chat. Hey, bud. What's up, Sleeping Angels? Joe Martin. Hey, Dave. What up, Joe Martin? How you doing? Thank you guys for joining me. Hope you guys are having a good night. Yes, we're getting ready for NXT just a little bit. Should be a very good show. We're going to preview that in a moment. But let's talk about the injury scare. We touched on it at the top of the show. AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. Like I said, people were reporting that they thought he was hurt after a match with Alberto Del Rio on SmackDown. Turns out that it seems to be just a little, no big deal, basically. No big deal. Everything seems to be fine with him. He'll be moving on. And you know what? Now that we know that's the case, let's talk about something a little bit more, how about just how devastating right now an injury would be, and not just for AJ Styles, but for any of these independent guys. Look, it's not a big secret that WWE has shied away from independent guys in the past in a lot of ways. And one of the reasoning, just from logic-based standpoint, it's the tread on the tires of these guys. AJ is 38 years old, so, he's got the age, but he's also been performing for ever and just working his ass off everywhere that he goes. So you have that too. A lot of tread on the tires. So taking a risk, especially a high financial risk on a guy like that, is always scary. So the last thing you want to see for a reason that AJ not succeeding the way people want him to would be an injury. Because not only does it hurt AJ, because it would hurt him. Look at Dolph Ziggler. You can point to a million reasons why Dolph Ziggler does not get the pushes that people think he deserves or that he's earned. But one of the major things is every time that they've really given this guy a main push, he had the concussion problems. You don't want that to be a worry for AJ Styles. And this problem actually goes further than AJ, because if guys like AJ, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Hideo Itami, who also had injury problems already, Shinsuke Nakamura, all these guys, if they have the injuries coming in like that, especially quickly after joining the WWE fold, it really does hinder the rest of the independent circuit as far as getting jobs with WWE. That is something that I think that you have to at least take in consideration. Whether or not you might think it's thin, that's another debate altogether. But, WWE has always been one of the homegrown type guys. You know, they had the OVW and all of that, but that was a controlled environment. FCW, controlled environment that later turned into NXT. And a lot of the guys that they're signing young so they can continue him as controlled environment. You know, so you do not want too many circumstances that are happening outside of their control to alter their athletes. And that is not a bad state of mind to have in some regards. Of course, that does hinder your diversity and all of that, but they've been showing as of late, the last year or so, their willingness to go into the independents and really almost rape the cupboards bare in a lot of ways. And to the point where a lot of people are complaining, well, WWE just taking everybody and sitting them down in NXT, man. You know, and to an extent, that's kind of true, but how can you fault a company for trying to bring in the best in the world, especially when time after time after time, especially as of late, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, they're all hitting home runs every time they get an opportunity. How do you argue against it? How do you stop bringing these guys in? Well, one way, especially if there's executives higher ups in the back who are looking for these type of things, these injuries, to have a reason to go, see, Vince, see, this is the reason why we can't have this stuff, Vince. Look what happens. We bring these guys in, we give them all kinds of money, and they get hurt. What are we supposed to do? There ain't nothing we could do. Undertaker didn't get hurt like that, and Vince, but that's true, Vince. I am the Lord of Darkness, and I don't get hurt like that. But when I do, I have Michelle McCool to rub Bengay on all of my injuries. So he's okay. He's got that. Not everybody has a personal Bengay rubber. Not everybody. I mean, some people might have friends named Ben that are gay, but that's a different story for a different day. I'm going to take a drink of coffee. No. And that's how you kill a coffee. All right. Sleeping Angels. These wrestlers work too damn hard and they need time off sometimes. You know, there is that whole argument, and we talked a little bit about it yesterday with the passing of Balls Mahoney. There is that whole argument about, should wrestlers be wrestling as much as they do? Should there be an off season? Should there be an age limit? All these things, right? Well, you know, wrestlers get more time off than you might think sometimes. Now, look, the top guys are going to be wrestling 300 days a year in the WWE. That's just because they tour. But, you know, as far as match time, a lot of times in these house shows, it's not as brutal as it is for some of the other things. It's weird when you think about it, man. Joe Martin says it's for some reason it dies, not say you're streaming. What are you talking about? I'm not streaming? I'm streaming. You're watching me, right? Am I still on? I believe that I'm on. That would be weird if it's not coming up. Joe Martin distracting me. Thanks a lot. Why are you distracting me, Joe Martin? I gotta see. No, it says I'm live now. I'm looking at it. I can seize it. It says that I be streaming, yo. I'm good. Love to think kayfabe Undertaker sits in board meetings with Vince. That's what Joseph Blunt said. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Oh my God. No, Vince, I don't think that we should bring him up yet. Do you dare question the Lord of Darkness, Vince? All rise in the face of the Undertaker. Or you know, the blood of your son will be on your hands, Vince, because these are my legacy. That would be so good. I would watch that. If that was a show, like, if The Undertaker was just, like, at random board meetings. What? I don't think that we should bring back the McRib. It would be fantastic if he just randomly showed up at different board meetings. How good would that be? Oh, my CEO Undertaker. Hashtag CEO Undertaker. How good would that friggin' be? So, on a scale of 1 to 9, I'd love to know. 1 to 9. What the hell's wrong with me? I wonder how many how much concern there is for guys like Bray Wyatt and AJ Styles at this point. Hopefully, they're both going to turn out okay, but I'm a little worried about Bray Wyatt. AJ seems to be fine. Like I said, my man Andre Corbiel showed up in the chat a little bit earlier and said that he personally talked to AJ, and AJ seems to be completely fine. So, oh, here's some video of Bray getting hurt. I'm not going to show it, but I am going to watch it. I'm going to react to it. Here we go. Let's react to this. Holy shit.
Ragazzi, forse c'è un problema. Forse Wyatt si è infortunato. Forse Wyatt si è infortunato, non lo so. Adesso vediamo. Trainer.
I'm not watching the entire 14 minutes. Oh, yeah. Oh, we can't put any pressure on that. He's trying to walk it off. If you want to watch this video, it's over at WrestlingInc.com right now. Oh, yeah, that does not look good. He's trying to walk it off, but there is something wrong. That's an Achilles, man. That is an Achilles. That's not a sprain. That's an Achilles. I have seen that injury a lot. Oh, he can't put any pressure on it. Oh, he's trying, though. God bless him. He is one tough son of a bitch. He is trying. Oh. God damn. This is fascinating to watch. Holy shit. The ref's calling it. The ref's calling it. He's like, nope, this ain't happening. Bray is trying something fierce here. Now Roman's kind of putting his... Roman's lost. Oh, my God. Roman has no idea. What? He held his arms out for like a good 30 seconds. No idea. God, man, Bray's worked so fucking hard as of late to lose all this weight, to deal with all of the bad book. Oh, now he went to the ground. He's hurt. Damn. That does not look good. Son of a bitch. And he looks upset too. You know that look on an athlete's face when they know something's wrong? That's the look Bray Wyatt has right now in this video. He knows something is wrong. I saw the same look on Kyle Schwarber's face a couple of weeks ago, man. A couple of weeks ago, I saw the exact same thing. Everyone was like, oh, it's not his knee, it's his ankle. About Kyle Schwarber. And I was like, I don't know. I saw an interview with Kyle Schwarber, and he looked like something was wrong. This is not good. Ugh, I hope he's okay. That does not look good. It's 14 and a half minutes, so you can watch the entire thing if you like over at WrestlingInc.com. But that did not look good. That looked very, very bad. That looked very, very bad. I hope he's all right. But the good news is it looks like AJ is okay, like we said. All right, let's talk about NXT. NXT returns tonight, which I believe is going to be mainly filmed matches from WrestleMania weekend, and that's pretty interesting. And we know the match card tonight looks really good. Let's go ahead and run through the matches that are going to be there tonight. I will not spoil, don't worry. But we will talk about the matches that will be on the card because there were quite a few. Let me see. Where is it? There we go. All right. So tonight's NXT card goes as following. We got, I don't even want to, no, one I'm not even going to talk about because I don't think it's been acknowledged. But here's who will be on the card tonight. Asuka will be there. She'll be wrestling. Dash and Dawson will be wrestling. Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley will be taking on Blake and Murphy. Carmelo will be taking on Aaliyah. And Shinsuke Nakamura in the main event against Elias Sampson, the Drifter. All those matches. So make sure you check that out. That's going to be great. I can't wait. We're about 40 minutes away from NXT. Should be good. I don't know why Chris Payne thinks Shinsuke Nakamura will be taking on Blake, but it will be Elias Sampson. Yeah, so Elias Sampson gets to take on Apollo Crews last week and Shinsuke Nakamura this week. Who did he piss off? Holy God. It's good stuff, man. Joe Martin, this isn't a baseball show, but I will answer your question. Dave, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Send the trade. Why do I have to send the trade? You send the trade, and here's the thing. I'm not, you think you're Smoothie McSmootherson. You held me off the other day. You didn't want the fucking trade because you wanted John Lester to pitch for you. Now you want to trade right before Chris pitches tomorrow, so you want to double dip on me. No. Chris Archer will pitch for my team, and then you can make the trade. Then we can make it happen because that's fair. All right. And if you don't like it, I don't need to make the trade. I'm fine with keeping Chris Archer, but that's baseball stuff, so don't worry about that. Chris Payne, I saw Shinsuke and Blake at WrestleMania Access. I wasn't sure if they would show that or not. No, I know that the Nakamura Samson was also filmed there as well. So that's the match that will be on NXT tonight. So there you go. That's cool you were at Access, though, Chris Payne. That's pretty badass. So NXT looks good. I mean, it should be a fun show. It's not going to be the narrative-driven NXT. There won't be anything major happening. I don't think it's just going to be a night of matches. And then hopefully next week we'll be getting back to regular NXT action. We'll get some stories moving forward and all that good stuff. So we have that to look forward to, and it'll be fun. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. I know I am, but this is going to be a crazy night because if you like me, there's going to be a lot of me tonight because let's run it down here. Of course, you got the wrestling warm-up, which we're probably going to wrap up here in a few minutes. Then, a little bit later on, right after NXT, I'll be back for the NXT review to recap everything that you saw at NXT. Won't be a very long one because I'm going to be trying to get off there so I can jump on and go live for the Chicago Blackhawks and St. Louis Blues Game 1. Jeff Huffman will be joining me sometime throughout that game. And we're going to watch that live reaction party to that. I'm going to try to go live to as many of those games as I humanly possibly can. And it should be a lot of fun. I'll also be watching some Cubs as well. So we got all kinds of good stuff there. Other than that, that's really all I have. So let's open it up to the phone lines now. If anybody has anything that they have, go ahead and call me on Skype, David Vancura, DavidVancura, or use the number 702-751-2902. If I don't have any callers, I'm going to go ahead and hang this bitch up and probably go drink another coffee or something before NXT. Who knows? Who knows? It's nice when we get a quick warm-up, get those muscles limber, do the robot, limber up. It's good stuff. So, keep it short and sweet sometimes. There's not a whole hell of a lot going on. Slow news day. But we do have a call, so let's go ahead and take that. 410, you're live with Dan on Dave. What you got?
Hey, Dave, it's Matt J here.
Matt J, what's up, buddy?
I have not called in a while. I haven't called in on your Raw review because, as you probably know, I was there, and by the time I got to the hotel, I went to sleep. So I'm sorry I've missed a couple of your shows, but...
no need to apologize, just YouTube.
I wanted to just give my thoughts on Raw really, really quickly.
This is not a Raw review. You missed Raw. This isn't a fucking Raw review, man. You putting your raw thoughts out there. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. What do you got?
Do you think this Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon thing is leading to something down the line, or do you think it was just a one-off?
Potentially. I mean, they could go that route if they want. They have options. Then again, it may not have anything. It just might be to further Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. But it certainly could. It wouldn't be a bad way. Maybe Kevin Owens emerges as the next major heel foil to Shane McMahon, whatever you want to call him. That could be interesting. Maybe even more so now that if the whole situation with Bray Wyatt is true, getting Bray Wyatt. And based off what I just watched, I watched the video of the supposed injury. Well, it's not supposed. He's hurt. Hopefully it's not that bad. But if it is, they're going to have a guy to jump in there with him. Because obviously, by already introducing Bray Wyatt into the mix there, AJ is not long for this feud. So one way or another, he's not going to be long for that feud. So the next guy, it's kind of next man up situation. So Kevin Owens could be a likely candidate.
Yeah, it really sucks what happened to Bray. I mean, people were going nuts for him. He did a great job as a babyface in that tag match. I thought he was great.
More of a tweener, but yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. But hopefully he's okay. I did see the video, and it does look pretty bad.
It looks bad. It looks really bad. Just the look on his face when he's sitting on the ground there, you can tell something's wrong.
Yeah. Hopefully it's nothing serious, but AJ's
I'm
okay,
guessing
right?
based off the injuries that I have seen, and I've seen a lot of sports injuries in my life, it looks like an Achilles, man. Because he didn't roll. When you roll your ankle, you tend to be stepping off more with the front of your foot. And when it's a sprain, you kind of go up on your toes. He couldn't do that. If you look back again, he goes flat-footed and tries to wiggle it out. The fact that he wasn't raising up, which is kind of an instinctive thing to do when you hurt your ankle, that's something that you can't do if your Achilles is fucking ripped. So I'm a little bit worried about that. I'm not a doctor or anything. I mean, I have a little bit of insight into it because I've had almost all of those injuries, and I've seen so many of them. It scares me. That's a scary injury, man.
Yeah. So is AJ going to be okay? Because I heard Del Rio botched pretty bad in that match.
Yeah, apparently he dropped him on
SmackDown.
his noggin, but for all intents and purposes, it looks like AJ is okay. He was simply selling it. According to all the stuff online, according to AJ's own words, he's fine. He'll be wrestling tonight and tomorrow. He's fine from everything that I've read. And Andre Corbiel, who was up in the chat earlier, who does know AJ Styles, he says he's fine. So that's good enough for me.
Yeah, that's good to hear. But
There's not a lot of people in the wrestling community that I trust. Andre Corbiel is one of them.
Yeah, he's a pretty reliable source. But
well, he knows he knows a lot of these guys, especially guys like AJ Styles, and so I trust him. I definitely trust Andre.
Yeah. I was wondering, since the Bullet Club made their debut on Raw, do you think they can get involved in the Payback main event and help AJ win?
Well, I think they're going to actually cost AJ. I have a feeling that this is all going to lead to Finn Balor and AJ Styles. I got a feeling that Anderson and Gallows is going to cost him, and then eventually after AJ starts feuding with them, then bang, Finn Balor comes up, and then we got AJ and Finn for SummerSlam. That's what I'm thinking.
The reason why I was thinking they would go after Reigns is because they attacked the Usos.
Yeah, that's true. They did attack the Usos, but they were the faces in the match, so it could have just been they're attacking faces. And if they're attacking faces, they're attacking AJ because Reigns isn't a good guy. Reigns isn't a bad guy. He's simply the guy. Don't forget it. Don't forget it.
He said it about 3 times now.
Oh, yeah, he has. Every time he gets a microphone. Fucking asshole.
Yeah. They should probably stop doing that, because if he says it again on SmackDown, I don't know what.
Oh, he will. He will. He can't help it. He can't help it. Anything else before I get you out of here?
No, I will see you for NXT.
Sweet. All right, I'll see you after NXT, man. Take it easy.
You too.
Thank you. Let's take another call. 718-718. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
What's going on, Dave?
What's up, man?
First off, before I say anything, I can't wait until the hockey playoffs later, but that's a whole different story. But
not a hockey show. Not a hockey show. I don't care.
I know, but I want to talk about how they made Cena return at Mania, and then we haven't seen him since. I don't know if he's still injured. Like Carl said,
well, he didn't return. He did a short little spot with The Rock. I mean that's not exactly a return. It was just capitalizing on a moment. So they gave a good moment and they went with a good moment. So that doesn't necessarily mean that a return is imminent. In fact, a lot of people are saying that he did need a little bit more time. On the other flip side of that, he could return anytime. You never know with John Cena. And now with this potential Bray Wyatt injury, he might be slipping right in now.
That was bad. I saw it like a few minutes ago actually, and he definitely something with his Achilles, because that can snap out of nowhere. If you're just running out of nowhere, that thing can just snap.
Yes. Anything else, Joe?
I can't wait for NXT later in a few minutes, in a half an hour. because the main event looks really sick, and I can't wait.
Me either, man. I'll be here right after it reviewing, so hope to see you.
All right, peace.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Nick Bruh says, can I be the next caller? Of course you can, Nick Bruh. But with a name like Nick Bruh, I'm expecting trolling. I'm just letting you know. But yeah, go ahead and call in. I'll take a call right now. Other than that, I'm going to get up out of here if I don't get that call. I need the call. Need the call, Nick Bruh. Nick Bruh. Need that call. And if not, I get to go. I get to get up out of here. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Other than that, I really don't think there's much more. NXT starts in about 30 minutes time. And, of course, right after that, I will be live right here doing my review thing. And then after that, I'll be going live once again for Blackhawks St. Louis Blues Game 1 of their assuredly going to be a fantastic playoff battle. So make sure you guys are here for all of that. I'm pretty excited about it. And I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. And enjoy NXT. Enjoy the sports. Kobe Bryant's final game is tonight. Holy shit. The Golden State Warriors has a chance to break the all-time season wins record, taking over my Bulls record. Good for him. All kinds of good stuff in the world of sports. If you like those big classic moments, we got a lot of them. So make sure you're there for it. Should be good. Should be good. So other than that, that's all I got. Thank you guys for joining me right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you've yet to do so. And we'll see you right after NXT in about an hour and a half time. We'll see you right back here. Same fat time, same fat channel. Yes, I just stole from Kevin Smith. Not the first time. Won't be the last. I hope you guys have a good night. We will see you a little bit later on. As always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. We'll see you a little bit later. Peace.